This is Ricky from Project Attraction, and today we're going to talk about the two biggest blunders that guys fuck up on when they're out gaming and talking to girls. So the first point where a lot of guys fuck up on, I've noticed when running boot camps, is that guys are not loud enough when they're talking to girls in a bar or nightclub. If you think about where you're at, it's really hard to capture the girl's attention when there's all this stuff going around. She's with her friends, she's in a loud environment. So you really need to cut over all that with projecting your voice. Even a lot of the reasons why girls just reject you and just like kind of stop paying attention to you is they simply just can't hear what you are saying. So you need to learn to project your voice. The first thing I do on a boot camp when I'm talking to guys, usually one of the first exercises, is from now on you have to talk really loud. You have to talk like you're trying to talk to everyone in the general area. And so that gets them to be like, raise their tonality to be louder and projecting so that when they go talk to the girl, she can hear what he's saying. So the second biggest mistake that guys make is they simply don't add any tension to the conversation. They're not challenging enough. When they talk to the girl, they're really just like, it's really just nice talk, just interview mode. It's like how they would talk to like an old lady or grandma or mom or anyone. Just very like, oh, what do you do? Oh, haha, yeah, oh, I do this, blah, blah, blah. And then they don't understand why the girl just simply blows them off or stops, goes and talks to her friend instead of talking to them. And what it is really you're not creating enough tension or any spark there. To really create that sexual tension and spark, you need to be more challenging. You have to come from the buyer's dynamic, and you can do simple things like a little diss. Like if she's wearing a lot of black, you can be like, "Oh, did you just come from a funeral?" And it's just a little joke making fun of her at her expense. Now this, what it does is it kind of fires up her brain like, "Oh, what? Like, did he just insult me?" And it adds more tension and more dynamic to your conversation. You can do something as simple as when you ask a question like, "Where are you from?" No matter what the response is, you're just like, "Oh, really?" And you do that face like, "Oh, really?" And it kind of just makes her, it kind of puts you in the buyer's dynamic, so you're not trying to chase after her, and so it's more her kind of chasing for your approval. So that's one key point. And then also it adds that flirtatious vibe of that you're not just that guy that's just going to have a very nice conversation. You're going to provoke certain emotions out of her, and you have her attention because she doesn't know what you're going to say next. Another reason why being challenging is so attractive and so important when talking to girls is it's also giving off some of your masculine energy. If you think about a girl, girls are very nice when they talk to each other. It's like, oh, do. And that's the problem with if you're too much of a nice guy and you're just very interview mode. It's just very nice. And it's almost like she's talking to another girl. Now, if you're trying to fuck the girl, you have to show some strength. You gotta think of like your dick when it's fucking hard. It's like, ugh. So when you are being challenging, it's putting some of that attention, that masculine pressure on her, so she can feel like, oh, this is a man. And it's almost like your words are almost being physical. It's almost like being physical with her when you grab her behind the neck, or grab her hair when you're kissing her. That's almost what your words are doing when you're being challenging. So some guys might think like, oh, well, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to say anything kind of taboo or risky because that's being mean, and I don't want to be mean to the girl because then she'll get mad at me. But really, you got to think about it from the masculine and feminine dynamic. And when you're doing that, when you're throwing out a little challenge or saying that something that's like a little bit of a diss to her or cost to her expense, it's really giving that masculine energy to her. So she actually likes that, and you can see usually when you throw out a challenge, she usually throws a little smile up, and that means that she's attracted. Like, ooh, it's like some of his masculineness. And then also too, if you go too far with it where she's actually genuinely mad at what you said, because sometimes girls will get mad, but if you just play it off like, oh, no big deal, and just kind of move it along, they're like, oh, this guy is a man, because they may test you after you challenge them. So as long as you just hold the frame after you challenge, then you should be fine. If for some reason you do offend them and you go too far, just pull back, apologize, and move on. So I hope this helps. These are just 2 things I've noticed since teaching boot camps that every guy needs to work on, even myself. It's just a good reminder just to be like, be loud and make sure to challenge the girl. And with these 2 things, I've seen guys game just instantly, like they capture the girl's attention more, and the girls are more focused. They're getting more phone numbers and makeouts and fucking girls. So I hope you enjoy this. Leave a comment below and make sure to subscribe. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time.